1. Heavenly Bodies. Lift up thy head and look upon the heaven, and I will learn thee truly to know the planets 7. Ashmole, 1652. We don't know for sure where the names of the longest known elements come from, but a connection was made early on between the most ancient metals and bodies visible in the heavens. Figure 1 shows an engraving from a 17th century text with the title The Seven Metals, translated from the Latin. It isn't immediately obvious how the image is meant to depict 7 metals until we explore the connections between alchemy and astronomy. However strange such associations seem to us now, we shall hear that new elements named in the 18th, 19th, 20th and 21st centuries have had astronomical origins. We can't properly understand why some of the more recent elements were named as they were without first understanding these earlier historical connections. The Seven Wanderers. As we look into the night sky, the distant stars remain in their same relative positions and seem to move gracefully together through the heavens. Of course, we now know that it is the spinning Earth that gives this illusion of movement. The imaginations of our ancestors joined the bright dots to pick out fanciful patterns such as the dragon, the dolphin, or the great bear, the latter being more often known today, with rather less imagination, as the Big Dipper, the plough, or even the big saucepan. But while these patterns, the constellations, remained unchanging over time, there were 7 objects, or heavenly bodies, that seemed to move across the skies with a life of their own. They were given the name planet, which derives from the Greek word for wanderer, planetes asteres, meaning wandering stars. These 7 bodies were the Sun, the Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn, all of which were documented by the Babylonians over 3,000 years ago. Until the 16th century, the most commonly held view was that the Earth was at the center of the universe and that the 7 bodies revolved around the Earth, with the relative orbits shown schematically in Figure 2. The order is nicely described in the early 17th century by the Polish alchemist Michael Sendivogius in his book A New Light of Alchemy. Thou seest that Saturn is placed the uppermost or highest next to Jupiter, then Mars, then Sol or the Sun, then Venus, then Mercury, and last of all, Luna or the Moon. Now, of course, we would classify only 5 of the original 7 as planets which, together with the Earth, orbit the Sun. The Moon orbits around our Earth just as we orbit the Sun. This is shown schematically in Figure 3. The modern heliocentric view of our solar system was first formulated by Nicholas Copernicus, 1473 to 1543, in the early part of the 16th century. So profound was his theory that it is often taken to mark the beginning of the modern astronomy that led the scientific revolution. In 2009, his achievements were recognized with a place in the chemist's periodic table. Man-made element 112 was officially named Copernicium, bringing the relationship between astronomy and chemistry into the 21st century. The remaining planets in the solar system could not be discovered until the invention of suitable telescopes. Then Uranus was observed in 1781, Neptune in 1846, and finally in 1930 Pluto, which was a planet until its reclassification in 2006 to the status of dwarf planet. But we are leaping ahead of ourselves. We'll return to these most distant planets later. First, we must discuss the original 7 heavenly bodies. The number 7 has long been held to have a certain mystical significance. There are 7 days of the week reflecting the 7 days of creation in the Bible. The 7 deadly sins are balanced by the 7 heavenly virtues. In Islam, there are 7 levels in heaven and the same number in hell. Rome was founded upon 7 hills. It has been said that Isaac Newton divided the rainbow into 7 colors in order to imitate the 7 notes in a musical scale. Over time, each of the 7 heavenly bodies came to be associated with a particular day of the week and with one of the gods from ancient mythology. Sunday with the sun, Monday with the moon, Tuesday, mardi in French, where the link is more obvious, with Mars, Wednesday, mercredi, with Mercury, Thursday, jeudi, with Jupiter, Friday, vendredi, with Venus, and Saturday with Saturn. Surely it could be no coincidence that there were also just 7 metals known in ancient times: gold,